everyone. Welcome to Mesh Yoga. My name's Roxana, and today I'd like to guide you through a yoga practice that will help you to feel more grounded. When we're experiencing the type of feelings that a lot of us are probably experiencing right now, we can sometimes start to feel sort of disconnected from our body. And yoga can help you to reconnect and to sort of find your center, find your life force energy, and bring that back into your body. So that's what I hope this practice will help you with today. So there are a couple of things that I'd like you to have if you can. First of all, a yoga block or a thick book. That will do as well. Secondly, some kind of a ball. So it could be a tennis ball. This is just kind of a stress release ball. But it doesn't matter so long as it's something that you could just roll under your foot, okay? And then as well, a yoga mat. So what I'd like to suggest is that you just pause the video now, go and grab those three things, and I'll see you back here in a moment. So welcome back. We're going to start today in Tadasana, or mountain pose. So in mountain pose, we're standing. We bring our big toes together, almost to touch, and then your heels are slightly separated. Your knees should be directed forward, bringing your arms down at your side. Roll your shoulders back, down, and around. Draw the shoulder blades together. Spread your fingers wide, down at your side. And think about your neck and your head being part of your spine. So you want your head to be over your shoulders. You have a nice tall spine. Shoulders are down, away from the ears. Tuck your tailbone under, and then firm through the thighs and lift the kneecaps. Then lift all 10 toes, lift them up. And as best you can, one at a time, start to lower each toe down on both feet, bringing them down one at a time until you come to your big toe. And then your big toes come right down onto your mat. And just begin to feel the firmness of your feet. You should feel your heels touching the mat, the big toe mound on the bottom of your foot, and also the outside edge of the foot. So feel there as you connect to your mat and find that grounding. And then I'm going to suggest that either you close your eyes or take a very soft gaze down towards the floor. And we're going to take 3 cleansing breaths. So a cleansing breath is inhaling through the nose and then exhaling out of the mouth with a sound. So I'd like you to fill up, inhale, and exhale. Let it go. Inhale. One more time, fill up. beginning now to inhale and exhale through the nose. So closing your mouth, inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. And we're going to start to use a 3-part breath. So I want you to think about inhaling right down into your diaphragm, and you can put one hand on your belly if you like. And once you fill and you feel your belly rise, then that air keeps filling up into your chest, expanding the rib cage, and finally the collarbone spreads. As you exhale, the collarbone releases, the chest relaxes, and the belly falls. So let's place one hand on the tummy, one hand just on the chest. Inhale, right down into your diaphragm. Fill up in the chest, feel that collarbone as it spreads, and then exhale, release the collarbone, relax the chest, and feel the belly fall. Inhale, fill the belly, expand the chest, spread the collarbone. Exhale, release the collarbone, chest relaxes, belly falls. Continue with that 3-part breath and just follow the breath with your mind. Letting go of any thoughts, letting go of any worries or concerns. Right now, just focusing on this moment as you breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Take 2 more deep breaths, just the same way. And then release your arms down by your side. So get that ball and just place it on your yoga mat. And take one foot on top of the ball and just start to roll the foot forward and backward on that ball. Pressing into it, find some firmness, and then just start to explore the bottom of your foot, just looking for any areas where you might find a little bit of tension, and press into those trigger points. Sometimes in the arch of the foot, sometimes under the toes. Just explore and press into that. And then go to the other foot. So roll it back and forth a little. Start to look for those trigger points, and when you find them, just press into them a little bit, see if you can release some of that tension and let it go. And then set the ball to one side and just come back to your Tadasana. Feel the bottom of your feet. Notice how that feels. Does it feel any more stable? You've wakened up your feet. So separate your feet now so that they're just under your hips. So feet are hip distance apart. And we're just going to start to twist from side to side. start really gentle and slow. And then just start to pick up a little bit of energy. And start going a little bit faster. Let your arms go, let them swing from side to side. As you turn to the right, your left foot lifts up onto the toes. So you get a little bit more motion. And just really let it go here. Don't worry about what you look like. Nobody's watching. And then come back slowly to center. And just notice how that feels. Take a minute. And step your feet back together into your Tadasana. So big toes together, heels slightly separated, shoulders roll up, down, and back. And again, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. If you didn't close them the last time, see about closing them this time. And start to sway forward and backward. Looking for your center. It's probably somewhere just around your navel. If you feel like you're going to lose your balance, just open your eyes. And then you can close them again. But just swaying forward and backward. See how that feels. Looking for that center. And then come back to stillness. Arms come down by your side. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, turn your right foot out. Bring that right heel just on top of the left foot. Bring your hands to heart center. Spread the toes of the left foot nice and wide. So this is one variation of tree pose. You can bring that foot up higher and higher, working on your balance. So your foot might come up to your calf. Wherever you are, you're working on opening that right leg so it turns out to the side. Your foot might come up to the inside of that left thigh. It might just stay on your calf, which is where mine is going to stay today. Looking for that balance. Breathing and focusing. And then release. And just shake it out. And come back to center. Bring your hands to heart center and Jali Mudra. And then bring your left heel on top of your right foot. Find your focus. Find your drishti as that foot comes up into a kickstand, or it may come up to your calf. It may come right up into the inside of your right thigh. So you find your tree. Keep breathing. Open that left knee. And release. And shake out those legs. So now, I'm turning sideways so that you can see me. We're going to inhale the arms up over our head and then exhale into a forward fold. And let me show you that again. As you exhale into your forward fold, you're hinging from your hips. So you're not bending from the waist and rounding the back. You're hinging from your hips, coming down with a long spine. Then I start to bend my knees and bring my chest to my thighs. Think about a string attached to your tailbone, coming up out of your tailbone and lifting that tailbone up. As your legs start to lengthen, you come deeper into that forward fold. So it doesn't matter exactly where you are. You might be up here, and that's okay, so long as your spine is long. Relax the neck, shake your head, give it a shake yes, give it a shake no, and just release. Inhale and come up to a half lift. Also with that flat back. So I'm drawing my shoulder blades back towards the center of my back. My gaze is down. My spine is long. Then I'm folding forward into that forward fold one more time and thinking about that string lifting my tailbone. And I breathe. Plant both hands on your mat, just a little bit ahead of you. Spread your fingers wide. Step your right foot back and your left foot back, coming up into a V shape. Now you're in your downward dog. In your downward dog, start to pedal out your feet. And as you look back at your feet, your heels disappear behind your feet. So your heels are not turning in, your legs are not turning out either way. Your heels are disappearing behind your toes. Spread those fingers nice and wide, pressing equal weight into all fingers. Come to stillness in your downward dog. And it doesn't matter if your heels touch the floor, they may or they may not touch the floor. You're working to press them down, but think about lifting your tailbone up, pressing it back. The arms are strong. Take 5 deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Two more breaths. And then drop your knees down to your mat. You're coming down into a table. So my spine is neutral. My belly's not sinking. My back isn't arched. My spine is neutral. My gaze is down. Keeping the toes curled under, I'm going to lift the hips, exhale, and press back into downward dog. As I inhale, I'm dropping the knees and coming back into that table pose. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, table. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more time. Exhale up, downward dog. Inhale back to table. So let's stay right here in this table. Making sure that your wrists are under your shoulders. and your knees are under your hips. All your joints are aligned. And we're going to come into a spinal balance. So in this spinal balance, take your right leg back behind you and extend your left arm. Lift the right leg. Try to keep your hips parallel to your mat. So don't let the right hip lift up. Hold here. So you're reaching with those left fingers and you're pressing with the right heel. Exhale, bring your elbow to your knee. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen out. Do 3 more. One more. And then come back to that spinal balance. So nice and long with the arm, pressing with the heel. Hold it here. And release. Find that table. And we're moving into a cat pose. So in cat pose, we pull the tailbone down, press into the palms, and round the spine. As you exhale, and your gaze comes towards your thighs. So exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Drop the belly, lift the tailbone, bring the gaze up if that feels okay. If it doesn't feel good, just look down. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. And come back to a neutral spine. Let's do spinal balance on the other side. So extend your left leg out behind you, toes on the floor. Reach the right arm forward. Lift the left leg. Work to keep your hips parallel to the floor, so not allowing that left hip to tip up. Whoops. Hold it here. Reach, reach, reach. Press with the heel. Then exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. And hold it here. Reach with the arm. Press with the heel. And come back to your table. Round the spine, exhale to cat. Drop the belly, lift the tailbone, inhale to cow. Exhale. And inhale. Coming back to your table, neutral spine. Curl the toes under, bring the hands forward, 1 hand print. Lift the hips and come into your downward dog. Pedal out your downward dog, see how it feels. Keep thinking about lifting that tailbone up, pressing it back. Walk the feet forward, coming into a forward fold, bending your knees as much as you need to. Relax your neck. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, your hands to heart center. So I'm going to turn to face you, and your feet now are separated about mat distance apart with your toes pointing out. Bend your knees, coming down into a squat. So in this squat called Malasana, you're pressing your triceps into your inner thighs and opening them up. keeping your heels down on the floor if that's possible. If it's not, the other thing, if you're having trouble with that, the other thing that you can do is fold your mat a couple of times, and your mat can help to elevate and just come under the heels a little bit to hold you up. So now you can see me from the side and see that my back is nice and long and tall. I'm not hunched forward. I'm up nice and tall, and I'm really pressing my arms into my thighs. This is a great pose for digestion. So just holding here and breathing. And then release that. And I'm going to straighten out my mat. And from your Malasana, come down to seated on your mat. And again, I'll face you. So bring the soles of your feet together to touch. And you've got kind of a diamond shape in front of you. Again, find that nice tall spine. Shoulders down, away from your ears. Let the legs start to move up and down. Just kind of gentle, very gentle little bounces. Just opening the hips a little bit, but it's very gentle. No pressure. And then come to stillness. And you can either stay here and press the arms into the legs. Other options are you can hold onto your feet and start to hinge from the hips. Again, coming down with that nice long spine, so not rounding the spine as you come down. And we're just going to stay, so wherever you are. If you're upright, then you're just pressing in, keeping that spine tall and long and breathing. Or if you're folding forward, you're staying here and breathing. Keep focusing on your breath, following each inhale, following each exhale. Very carefully coming back up. And wherever your block is, bring it with you. And we're going to roll down towards our mat. And I'm going to have to move a little bit so that you can see me and I can see you. So with your block, bring both knees up so that your calves are parallel to the floor, and rest the block on your knees. Let's start with the right hand pressing into that block on the left knee. Left arm down beside you, and that left arm is going to come up over your head as the right leg extends out. And then the right leg comes back in, left arm comes back to your side. Inhale, extend the right leg, left arm over your head. Exhale, bend the knee, bring the arm back. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, extend that leg long. Exhale, bring the knee and the arm back. And we'll do one more on this side. And then switch sides. So left hand pressing the block into your right knee. Right knee stays bent. Bring the right arm up over your head, extend the left leg long. Bend the left leg and extend. Bend, extend. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Do one more. And release your block down to the floor. Bring your feet flat on your mat with your knees bent. Arms are at your side. We're going to lift the hips as we inhale, coming into a bridge pose. So lift and inhale, press into your feet. Keep the thighs parallel. Don't let the legs splay open. Keep the legs parallel. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale, coming up. And lower down. Do one more. And release down to the floor. Draw your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your shins, and just take a little rock here from side to side. Come back to center. Bring the feet down to the floor, and now we're coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of your feet, bring the soles of your feet together to touch, and just allow the knees to fall open. Bring your arms by your side, or again, if you like, you can place one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest, and just come back to your breath. Following your breath, following the inhale, in through the nostrils, down through the windpipe, expanding the chest, and the journey back out as the chest relaxes and the air comes out through the nostrils. Take 2 more breaths here. Bring your arms down by your sides, but away from your sides. So take up some space here. Extend the legs out long. And you can just allow your feet to fall open. Your legs are separated, mat distance apart, and you're coming into your final pose, which is Shavasana, or corpse pose. So we're coming here to breathe and to assimilate the practice. into your body. So just taking a few minutes here in Shavasana. I have a mantra that you can focus on as you're in Shavasana. So listen to what I say, follow it with your mind, and then in your mind you can say it along with me. I am safe. I am healthy. I am strong. I can. I am safe. I am strong. I am healthy. I can. I am safe. I am strong. I am healthy. I can. I am safe. I am strong. I am healthy. I can. If thoughts come into your mind, just label them as thinking and let them go. No reason to judge yourself, no reason to be hard on yourself. Remember that that's what our mind does. It thinks. But we can guide our mind. So guide your mind back to the path. Each time it wanders, bring it back. I am safe. I am healthy. I am strong. I can. Acknowledge that your practice will soon end. And just begin to bring some movement to your fingers and your toes. So start by giving them a wiggle. And then make some circles with your wrists and your ankles. Go both directions. Reach your arms up over your head. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring your knees into your chest and give yourself another hug. Last hug. And a little rock from side to side. And rock over to your left or your right side. It doesn't matter which. Just using the bottom arm as a pillow. And the top arm can press into the floor. And then bring yourself up to seated. And if it's comfortable for you, just come into an easy pose. I'd like to thank you for practicing with me today. I hope that you feel more grounded, more safe, and more confident. If you enjoyed this practice, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube. And if you'd like to subscribe to Mesh Yoga, then just click on the little subscribe bell at the bottom of this video. Again, thank you so much for joining me. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste. See you soon.